All right, we're going to shout. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? In the back. All right. All right. Well, I am a 9-year combat veteran with the United States Air Force. I've been deployed all over this world. I've been deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, Africa, all the good spots, right? But one thing that I learned along the way is that we have to do all of this together. So one of the things that I wanted to say is, I didn't wake up this morning wanting to have to be here, right? That's the way y'all feel too, right? You don't have to be here. Because we the people didn't have to be here. But I got up just like you and I showed up. We the people showed up. Look around. We showed up here. We showed up in this small town. We showed up in the next small town. And we're showing up in every major city across the United States of America, shouting, what? We don't want what?
No kings!
There's no kings in this America. Today, we the people are reminding the president on his birthday that in this administration, that there are no kings in America. So I grew up in a small Southeast Texas town. Very small. Country girl. And when I left for the Air Force, I was packing up my room, packing up all my books. And there's a book that I remember packing and thinking, oh, I can't wait to use this. And it was a book called Conservative Responses to Liberal Lies. Can you imagine, just 2 short decades later, I'm standing up here having this conversation with y'all. So, and you know what changed this small Southern girl's mind? The military. The military changed my mind. Because Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of Defense, he's repeatedly bashed previous generals for saying diversity is our military's greatest strength. I will tell you, my first day of basic training, I saw more diversity than I did in my first 22 years. So yes, I happen to be mad and infuriated to see that there are United States military on our streets right now. I'm pissed. And so should all you be. Because I took my oath seriously, without reserve. Because I trusted that the officers appointed over me and the President of the United States not only understood the Constitution, but at least read the damn thing. Yeah. But even on that, you still have his right-hand men like Stephen Miller and Russell Vogt. Those men are still there, and they've read the Constitution, and they don't like it. So they're going to do everything that they can to get rid of it. Now, the first detainment by Marines actually happened yesterday. Did any of y'all see that? Yes. Now, keep in mind, Marines aren't allowed to arrest anybody. Right. But we saw them put somebody on the ground, put them in handcuffs, and lead them away to a waiting deputy.
That's arrest.
So everything but. That is. So, whenever we say that, but do you know who that man was? No. This man was a United States veteran who happened to cross the line because he was looking for the VA. Now, I don't know, how many of y'all are veterans in this crowd? All right, so thank you all for your service. But I will say, in all honesty, the VA, we've been met with some similar force, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But I can guarantee we the people also have seen our senators who have clearly identified themselves be placed on the ground. ICE agents chasing farm workers through fields, showing up at immigration hearings, and even to an elementary school graduation. The wannabe king signed an order last night for ICE to cease operations in farms or industry areas. He did this not because that he saw the humanity, because he got phone calls from his friends that said that it was costing them on their bottom line.
Taco!
So, however, the damage has already been done. The cruelty, ruthlessness, and inhumane actions were put on full display. But more than that, and why we're all here today, is that we've all seen that our human rights and our rights as United States citizens have been thrown out the window. We know that just one person's rights being diminished affects every man's rights, and that's what JFK said. I do want to remind us of something good, though, that happened excellent that happened while I was in uniform. It's also June, right? So I want to bring in the story of hope. And it was one of the happiest times during the Obama administration. In 2013, Don't Ask, Don't Tell got repealed. Yeah. And I was able to, for the first time in 5 years, look at my spouse and say, hey, let's go find a place to get married. And then 2 short years later, that same administration watched as the Supreme Court made marriage equality a law of the land. And you know what? Do you know what happened with our administration during that time? Then Vice President Joe Biden took a rainbow flag, put it around his neck, and ran around the hallways screaming, hell yes, equality. I miss that. I miss people who are in charge that cared about other people. I miss kindness. I miss all of that. And we can do this. We can do this. While we're talking about all these bad things that happen, we need to also remind ourselves, how did we get here? How did we get here? Whenever I was just talking about 2015, that's 10 years ago. In 10 years, we somehow forgot, all of us, we the people, took this country for granted. We all did. So, I don't know if it was just things got too complicated, too hard, boring to some, but we lost our way. So, we also forgot that our experiment is fragile. And our founders knew that. And they did put in places all of these balances, these checks and balances. But there was also one thing that they thought would stand in the way. And that was us. We are supposed to hold these people accountable. That's our job as we the people. So we're doing that today, and we're going to continue to do that every single day until we figure out how to get them out of power. So, I want to do a little experiment real quick. How many of y'all have 5 calls on your phone? The 5 calls app. All right? We've got some of you in the audience right now. 5 calls app is an app that you can put on your phone, put in your district, and they will tell you all of the big issues and will let you go directly to your representatives. How many of you are calling Andy Harris's office every day? Every day. Now, that's how we make our voices heard. We make it through the pen. We make it through a bunch of different ways. And it doesn't matter. Make your voice heard anyway. It's your job. We, the people, do this. We make it to where they can't ignore us. We disrupt. How do we know this? Because people have been here before. People like Martin Luther King Jr. has been here before. He taught us on days like this, we don't use our hands. We don't use violence. We use our voice. Okay? So, I'm going to leave you with a few things. Find the 5 Calls app on your phone. Use it every day to make your voice heard. It's the easiest thing you can do. Keeps you track. Every day. Tell them every day. So, liberty, justice, equality, accountability, due process, democracy, and civil liberties. Those are the things we believe in. And we're doing it right now by showing up right here. So let's go and let's continue this on every single day until we get justice.